this was a mind of genius. You know, now we hear these words like genius thrown around. This was a unique, extraordinary human being.
He was, in terms of rehearsing us and choreographing, he knew exactly what he was doing. He would come in to the rehearsal and he was prepared because he was a musician himself. He had played the piano. He knew the score.
He was an incredible musician. He understood music in a way that no one else has in history. It was unbelievable. And how he could just hear a score and not so much change the score, but knew the highlights of the score, how to bring it up with a physicality to it. It gave it such an extraordinary dimension.
It was like it just happened. The choreography, it was not, he didn't go home, as far as I know, and sort of plot it out or look in a mirror and say, maybe I'll do this, or maybe I won't do that, or this.
His company classes, the classes that he taught, were almost like experimental. How fast could we move? How slowly could we move? How high can we jump? Right? It was always pushing us to do more so that he could see how his ballets could evolve from the experiments that he had us do. He changed, what he considered old-fashioned in ballet training and technique, the style and the technique, right? The quickness, the speed, and the athleticism, the use of the hands, the port-de-bras being quickly, as opposed, this is one thing, but bringing it up this way, or we would like take off our shirt. That was the image that he used. Those things revolutionized ballet.
The audiences flocked, and they understood him because he provided the visualization of the music and gave it other reason.
At one point during my career, he told me not to listen to anyone. Only he wanted to direct me totally. If I came up with something interesting based on what he gave me, if he didn't like it or something, he'd tell me, but he didn't want the ballerinas to start, oh, you should have done this. Well, it'd be better if you do that. So that made me fairly confident.
I worked with those two men, Balanchine and Robinson. Whereas with Balanchine, he was so assured. He just knew. He just knew anything and everything. It was comforting because you knew, he knew your abilities, and all he did was choreograph to your abilities. I mean, that's like going in and buying a suit and having a master tailor make your life. And that's what it was. I am grateful. I have this big smile on my face because he was my background.
I never considered myself a muse. I was just in the company, doing principal parts and receiving ideas and incorporating them. But I knew he had a lot of trust because he told other people not to instruct me or give input. He wanted to be the only one because he felt that if I put too many ingredients in the soup, it would taste like who knows what.
He just loved women with beautiful bodies. And I think that he wanted to possess that. And that was, it could be really looked upon as, gross in today's world. But because it was then, that's what people, I think, don't understand. I didn't look at him as someone who was, to be vilified. And yet he has been over the years. On the internet, some of the really cruel things that have been written about him.
Tough guy, but the most gentle man. Never heard him raise his voice. Never. He allowed me to see a new part of my mind. And it was so incredible to think that there was another dimension that hadn't been used in my mind. So that's why I constantly have a giggle on my face. I'm a happy guy. I'm happy in so many different ways. And he taught me that not all of it is necessary. And what you seek to do, is get rid of what's unnecessary. Wow. I mean, in your life, you're wasting your time on stuff which is not necessary. I mean, these are huge, huge life lessons. You cannot say important. Important is not important enough. He was an amazing human being. I am grateful. I am eternally grateful